And Nadar has never beaten me. So
He beat me?
did I ever say he beat me? No, I never said that. I was never beaten. Never. I never said I was beat.
She spent 45 minutes defending herself against the pounding she got on Lalco Live panel, with guests Yaba and FFG. She was quite upset with Yaba bringing up Foodie's problematic past with Nadar, highlighting how Foodie spent a good 2 years chasing a crackhead who refused to fake love her.
You know that she chased a crackhead, right?
Yeah.
Like, the dude even showed her dirty underwear on his live stream. Like, she made this dude, she brought him in. She found this, he was for the streets, the Canadian streets, okay? And she brings him in and shows us all, like, and says that he's some kind of chef. And then she creates a channel for him where he humiliates Chantel. Chantel comes over there, gets dicked down by Nadar, and then he shows her dirty underwear that she left there, literally holds him up on the live stream. And that's just the beginning of it.
Imagine not knowing anything about the train wreck we call Goral World and someone trying to explain it to you. I would think they were nuts.
Oh, God.
The crotch was rotted.
Oh, no.
It was. And she went back to him after that. She did. She went back for more. It's crazy. And she'll claim that they were in a relationship for 2 years. It was a big fat fucking lie. And this is the most important thing you need to remember, because when you get her back on your panel, she's gonna lie to you and say that she was in an abusive 2-year relationship. That's false, and that was not true.
If by some chance you're new to this whole thing and you don't know what's going on, the most important thing you need to take away from this video is that they were not in a relationship. There was no relationship. He would not claim her. She tried to buy him. She paid his rent. She bought his, recreational supplies? She gave him cash, all with the hope he would publicly claim her as his girlfriend, and he never would. Unless you count that week in Toronto, but that's a whole separate story. Just remember, there was never a 2-year-long relationship. The only thing she did for 2 years was try to buy this crackhead's affection and failed miserably.
Okay? She chased a crackhead for 2 years that would not claim her. So much so that one of her chat members named Dee Dee got with the crackhead she was chasing, and she ended up having a threesome with them. That's how desperate this motherfucker was. Then ate her pussy and then talked about it on her channel and called her Dee Dee the great pussy. How do I know that Dee Dee's got great pussy? Because Chantel told me.
LMAO. Imagine what must be going through these people's minds right now.
And in typical Foodie fashion, she responded with untruths and exaggerations, forgetting that although she deleted all evidence of Crackhead Olympics, we have archives of footage exposing the truth.
First of all of these things that they're talking about were from more than 3 years ago.
I noticed she does this a lot. She always adds a year to a year and a half to every situation she's talking about. I don't know why she thinks a year is going to make that much of a difference, but she does this with almost every story. It's always a year to a year and a half longer ago than it really was.
Or about 3 years ago, okay? This guy, she's saying that they say I chased around. First of all, I went through, and it's all documented.
I disagree with her definition of the word documented. What I consider documented to mean is that the authorities were called and each DV situation was reported. Her definition of documented is getting mad at him because he was ignoring her, so she would go live and tell all of her viewers about how he abused her. Until he needed to pay his rent again, so he'd be nice to her, and she'd come back on another live stream saying how in love they were.
This is the guy that they're saying that I chased around. They're saying that I made up forged documents at the police station. That's a fucking lie. That's a bullshit lie. I went to charge him because he was abusing me, just like you saw in that video.
Just so you know. When she says just like you saw in that video, the video she's referring to is from a channel called Sam's Bar Lounge. It's a video, only sound of the crackhead that she chased beating his current girlfriend. Chantel misled her viewers that haven't been around long enough to know any better by insinuating that she is the one in those videos being abused. She never actually said it was her in the video, but she played the video as proof that she was abused. Never mentioned the new girlfriend, just said, "Oh, you need proof I was abused, watch this video." So apparently because he abuses this woman, that's proof that he abused Chantal. I've never seen something as sickening as trying to use somebody else's DV situation to get sympathy.
When this was happening, I talked about everything he did to me. He gave me STDs. He financially abused me. He emotionally abused me. He was cheating with hookers, which is how he gave me an STD, and I didn't know.
In order for someone to cheat on you, you have to be in a committed relationship. Just because you're not seeing anyone else doesn't mean he isn't. And as much as I don't like him, and as big of a scumbag as I think he is, he never told her he was faithful to her. He never made her think he was only with her. She made that quite clear to us.
He beat me?
He beat me?
Remember that. We're gonna come back to that in a minute.
He burnt cigarettes out on me?
Again, remember that, 'cause that will change too.
And the fact that they're just up there, that's what they do. They're vile.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. Let's take a look back at some archived footage that shows what actually happened, from when Foodie goes to the police station to file charges, to her dropping the charges and admitting she lied, and Nadar never beat her. Because you see, Chantel, just because you delete it, doesn't mean it's gone. The internet is forever. What is it gonna take for you to realize that?
How cute, making breakfast before taking action. This guy is like unbelievable. It just keeps getting worse.
She's butthurt because Nadar and Didi are doing a live stream together, and all she ever wanted was for Nadar to make a couples channel with her. She's pissed.
Well, now she only wants to contact the police now because she's mad. Well, yeah, because I forgave you. You forgave me for talking about you online. I forgave you for all of the abusive shit you did to me. You don't remember that, right? You want me to list it online? I don't think so. He's on his way to the courthouse. If he really is, I'm going to the police station right now. I feel like I have to do something.
I'm still mad that no charges or anything were brought up on her for doing this. Isn't falsifying a police report a crime? I always thought it was.
Going to the PO office right now. You and Didi better run and catch up with me. Uh-oh. You're fucking with the wrong one, pal. So, that being said, I know I'm going to get an extreme amount of really bad backlash, but I'm at a point now where I just have to say my truth anyways. So how people handle that at this point, I mean, I'm just gonna say my truth and whatever. I know there were questions about if I had dropped the charges and everything like that. At the beginning, I wasn't going to. I don't know what my motivation was to go to the police station that day. I think it was a mixture of things. It was like a perfect storm of things. It wasn't just one incident. Going through just like emotional torment with like Didi being there.
Didi being there. She was mad because Didi was there, so she filed a false report. In what world is that okay?
The whole situation of everything, and I just felt like with him like making fun of me so bad online with my underwear and everything, it was just like I know I talked a lot about him too online. I did say some very personal things, but again, those are all things that were true and that did happen to me. And now that I look back on it, I've always been torn like with a moral dilemma of like when I first met him, I probably shouldn't have come online and like been so personal about everything, like with drug use and sex and everything, because like you don't know how someone's gonna handle that.
No, you shouldn't have, but you were in head cheerleader mode and thought everyone was gonna think you were so cool for doing those things. You were so proud of yourself talking about all the drugs you two did together. You didn't like it when you didn't get the response you thought you were gonna get, and were met with people calling you a loser and telling you how dumb you were.
But I never expected him to be doxxed and for anyone to find out his identity. So for me, it was just supposed to be a Tinder hookup and not, do you know what I mean? But
that's exactly what it was for him. A Tinder hookup that she turned into some fantasy relationship. Don't even get me started on her going and buying her own engagement ring and doing an engagement photo shoot by herself.
I had already said things and people found out about him, and then the abuse just kept happening and like this cycle of abuse over and over. And, it's just a mess. So anyways, so on February 27th, I sent an email. I had sent a couple emails to the detective with proof, not proof, but like, sorry, not proof, because you guys were all not there. So there's not really proof, but, with just some information that I was supposed to get to him. And then I sent another email on February 27th. I did send the email. I will insert screenshot here. I don't remember if I had sent that email before or after going over there. That one time I told you I went over there. It seemed like we were just going to like get back together or like make up or somehow try to make things work. So the first step, of course, in any situation like that, and this is apparently very common. I've been doing a lot of research on the situation. Anyway, so I asked to retract the statement and I mean my claims. And as you see, I do say they did happen, but I just don't think I want to go through with any legal proceedings. Like, you know, I don't just feel well enough. Like, I don't feel like I can handle that shit right now.
It's disgusting women like her that make it hard for real victims to come forward with real DV accusations. Women like her are the reason real victims aren't believed. I don't understand how she can file a false report about that and have no repercussions whatsoever. It makes me sick.
Admitted that the claims against Nadar were false. Okay?
What claims?
That she made against Nadar herself.
I don't know. Okay, it's not that I
You
don't see the
motherfucker!
situation.
You lied on
Listen,
that like that?
no. This is why I don't want to fucking talk about it. Because
Okay.
when I say something, people run with, you
Okay,
fucking
well,
lied about it.
Okay,
No,
go ahead,
what
explain it.
happened
Go ahead,
is
go ahead.
a situation, private situation between Nader and I don't want to fucking talk about. And I'm not talking about it. Happened. And it was a situation that made me uncomfortable because we don't communicate well and this tack and all this other shit. Anyways, so no, I don't see it as that he was trying to assault me. But it was something at the time like that. I don't know. I wasn't sure.
Now you're sticking up for him because the fucking orders dropped and you're in love with them, and at the time you were pissed, so you blew it up. But dude, that is shitty. You can't be doing that shit. This is why people get bad names for that.
Okay, look. Everything I said, I can't talk about it. I'm not saying anything else. Fuck it.
So
I'm not talking about
Why?
it.
You made a video, dude.
No, because you guys are not. No, because I'm not telling the truth. That's all I'm gonna say.
Typical Chantel. When it starts getting tough, she just doesn't want to talk about it. When people start calling her out on her bullshit, she doesn't want to talk about it anymore. She's such a coward.
So the video wasn't the truth.
I can't talk about it. Period.
All right. Well, I wasn't trying to make you mad. See, this is what. Ah, damn.
No, I know what they're saying. That's why.
Okay.
You're never gonna know. You're never gonna know the truth ever.
Okay.
Because
well,
I'm trying to have a friendship with Nader, and we worked it out behind the scenes.
can we get him up here? What is he doing? What are you doing, Nadar? Get up here! Oh my God.
But we're trying to work. How am I gonna how it's true? How am I gonna try to have a friendship or whatever with him, and shit talk him and accuse him of shit?
Well, that's kind of a funny question, but since we're asking questions, I have one. Why the hell would you want to be friends with somebody if they did all those horrible things to you? And if they really did do all those horrible things to you, why would you not accuse them of doing what they did to you? It sounds to me like what you're saying is, you can't be friends with him while accusing him of things he didn't do.
Like, that's private between us. Like,
Yeah,
behind the
but that wasn't a concern when you were fucking saying he assaulted me. You weren't thinking like this when that was all going down. Now you're trying to take, dude, don't even try because I know what you're doing. You're trying to cover your ass. So I'm
not trying to cover my ass. I'm trying to make it private again. I'm trying to make it private.
She makes me so fucking sick. It's not even funny.
I don't
Well,
want to
now
talk
you want
about
to
it.
make it private, yeah, because you look like an asshole.
You don't know the
That's why
fucking
you wanna make it
details.
private,
You don't know the fucking
Chantel.
details. You don't know the details.
I
You're
don't know
accusing
the
me of something
details.
you
You
don't know.
have ass details and want everyone to assume,
That's
and then
why
when we
you
want
want to.
answers, you do
Because I
this
don't
kind of
want to
shit.
tell people. I don't want to talk about it.
Of course you don't now. That's
So for you to call me an asshole
You
when you
can't
don't
start
know
and tell a
when you
story
don't
and then
know
back
the
out.
details. Are you just going to talk over me or what?
No, I
Alright.
guess I'll just let you talk the whole time. All right, go ahead.
Shit.
So why am I an asshole when you don't know the details then?
Well, why am I an asshole? Because I know what everybody else knows, that you supposedly got
Why am I
sexually
an asshole when
assaulted,
nobody
and
knows the
when you
details?
went
Nobody. Something happened between Nader and I. I don't want to talk about what happened because I don't want to make him look bad. I don't want to I want to make the situation go away publicly.
It can't happen
And-
though because you made it public.
Yes,
Once
it
you make
can.
it public,
you
Yes,
that's-
made it public though.
No,
once
it
you-
won't go away publicly, but people will speculate what they want. Fine. Whatever.
So why not just like get it all out?
No,
Even if
because
you look
I'm
like an
trying to have
asshole,
a
get it
relationship
out.
with him. And it's private. I don't want to.
it's.
I'm gonna have a relationship with Nader and fucking talk about our private shit like that, like shit that happened to us that we're trying to bury. That's why we went to
Look,
the
I
hotel.
totally understand you
It's
trying to bury it,
nobody's
but the
business.
thing is, like, you guys made it public, so it's no longer. It can't be anymore. It's impossible.
But I forever owe you my personal information
no. I'm
regarding
not saying
Nader.
you owe me anything. I don't like.
No,
I don't care.
anybody. So I forever owe everybody
No.
my right as a
That's
person.
not
You lost that right when you falsely accused somebody of sexual assault, you dumb bitch.
Don't
Like,
please
if I
pick
want
me
to shut
apart,
up,
dude. Don't go there.
if I want to
You
shut
don't-
up, any day I want to shut up, I have a fucking right to do that.
Okay.
If I
Okay,
want to tell you something and the next day I don't want to tell you the details, I have a fucking right to do that. What information do I owe you? You don't have to.
Nobody's saying you do, but when you put out videos and then delete them and shit, and then when we're just trying to clear up the story and you're even getting defensive with us, who clearly are not against
you're a
you.
fucking asshole and you don't know the details. That's why.
So you won't get the
You're
fucking
making up
details.
sexual assault. And I didn't
So you're
fucking
not
make up
giving
sexual
the
assault.
details. You're giving a half-ass story. How
I
do you,
don't-
how can you expect me not to come off like this and ask questions when you tell some
be an asshole without even knowing the details? Like, you're a fucking asshole for doing that. Doing what? You don't even know what
I'm
happened.
so emotional. I'm so sorry. Since I started earlier, I can't stop. It's like the waterworks are on. But no, I'm not embarrassed. For what? I think I'm gonna like stop beezing and just do recorded content. It's not fun anymore. No.
Oh, here we go. Time for Chantel to make herself the victim again.
Like, I think it will just be like better for my mental health that I don't have to like, okay, I really want to block people. Like, I seriously do. I don't want to talk about it. That's the fucking whole thing. I felt like I was being forced. I'm not going on that panel ever again because I feel like I was like forced to talk about it, like kept being asked over and over. At one point I just felt really emotional and just like not good. Like, I don't know. Personally, I don't think MFW, like, I don't really think she's a good person after hearing her tonight, like, with how she was with Rich Life, like, just calling him ugly and, like, I don't know, and just, like, shooting her mouth, like, no, sorry. All of these subjects that, I don't think that they're subjects that should just be fucking casually brought up on panel. They're not something I probably should have talked about, but I was emotional, and yeah, I used my platform to vent about stuff, but, oh well. I don't need people here fucking shaming me every day for shit. I'm tired of it. I'm like at my wit's end. I don't care if you call me weak, if you call me a fucking pussy, a coward, whatever.
That's what's so funny. Nobody's calling her any of those things. What everyone's calling her is a liar because that's what she is. She's a disgusting liar.
Done. I'm a fucking human and I've had enough harassment right now. Like, I've had enough. So please fucking stop. Leave me the fuck alone to live my life and deal with this shit. I just had a bad feeling. I don't know. I didn't like the vibe tonight at all. Nobody knows what happened except for me and him, and I'm not talking about it. Period. That's it. And if you don't like that, make up whatever you fucking want. Doesn't make it the truth. Oh well, I won't be doing any more panels. Fuck that. Or if people want me on panel from now on, they're gonna have to pay me. Really know if I feel like beezing anymore. Like, honestly, I don't know if I feel like putting on my camera and live streaming.
Then don't do it. Don't threaten me with a good time. Just don't do it.
Hours a day and answering to you guys all day long. I don't feel like doing that anymore with my life. Actually, I feel like just recording vlogs and doing whatever the fuck I want. If I want to do a vlog of me making out with Nadar for 20 minutes, I will, and I'll put it the fuck out if I want to. And I'll go on my day and you can leave hate all you want in the comments and you can hate me all you want. I won't see it. I'm not going to let people bully me from doing something I like doing. Fuck that.
I seriously need to know. If you're a supporter of her, please tell me why. What is it about her that you support? What is it about this type of woman that you actually support? I need to know, because I can't understand how she still has supporters with the way she acts.
I'm going to reduce my beezing for sure. I want to be friends with a man I claimed essayed, okay? Well, a lot of shit happened after that, and you're not going to know what happened, but yes, we're okay now. Imagine that. People forgive each other for things. Why do you think you're so attached to him after everything? You guys don't know the whole relationship. Like people talk like they know and they don't. And people follow like like troll detective or morons like that. They don't know fuck all. And they act like they do. You make up the stupidest shit. You're just so brainwashed you can't admit the truth to yourself. Dissing Sofa, that's going to get you blocked. Diamond, I just want to be able to work it out because I love him and I don't want him fully out of my life. I'm going to go forward and do vlogs and continue to work on myself. I don't know what I'm going to do in the future with my life, but I don't want to just like turn on the camera and like complain about certain things about my life anymore. I just don't feel like it's like a safe space to do that.
Yeah, I just don't feel like this is a safe space for me to falsely accuse people of sexual assault, so I'm just not going to talk about anything anymore.
Why can't you be nice to me? Why? Because I love somebody that you don't like? I should keep raging. I have 1,500 viewers. I had a really long talk with Nadar, and I feel like I need to like properly apologize for going to the police station and like just doing the police report to begin with. Like I feel like my intentions weren't clean with it. I outed everything and I just feel really bad about that. Now that I'm like trying to have a relationship, I shouldn't have done that. I should have gone to the police. A lot went on in private, okay? I know it's hard to understand. The truth is, like, you know how I feel. I really, really love him a lot, and I'm sorry, and I love you, and I want to go to Mount Royal tomorrow and walk up and down the hill. You want me to fucking lie and pretend I don't have feelings for somebody? And Nadar has never beaten me. So he gave me STDs. He financially abused me. He emotionally abused me. He was cheating with hookers, which is how he gave me an STD, and I didn't know. He beat me. Did I ever say he beat me? No, I never said that. I was never beaten. Never. I never said I was beat. I like bugs. A predator? Under what? Where do you come off calling him a predator? Maze accusations? Really? Where? Sorry. He beat me?
He beat me?
Like, I wanted to get the restraining order dropped, but not the charges, so I could sleep with him, but still charge him. Oh, fuck, I'm such an idiot. Oh my god.